This is like part 450 of this video. All the books have a drawing of the rear sight and front sight being indexed perfectly on a red bullseye target. Some people can't get that for whatever reason, and so we have to speak their language so they'll understand. And what I'm going to do is use this bright background right here on this yellow "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and I'm going to line these sights up and show you what the correct how to correctly align your sights on the target, whatever that target may be. So bear with me. Okay, this is you'll be looking back through the rear sight, which is the notch right here. And you're hunting, you're wanting to align that front sight, the top of it with the top of the rear sight on your intended target. Okay, let's say the D right there. You know, I actually have to move it up just a touch. And you want those to align perfectly. Now once it's aligned, you focus on just the front sight, ignore the rear sight. As you press the trigger, if that target is, the front sight is setting on that target is destroyed. Okay? So you focus from the rear sight and that sight, because your eye can only focus on one item at a time. You can't focus on the target, which would be the O. You can't focus on the rear sight. You have to focus only on that front sight. And focusing this camera is a pain in the neck, so I'm not going to try it. But that's what you do. And, okay, this is where dry fire practice comes in handy. You don't have to shoot live ammo, which costs a freaking fortune, especially up there where you guys live at. There's all extra taxes and BS. But you, of course, safety check that the weapon is completely, totally empty. You take all ammunition out of the room where you're going to practice. You lock it up. All right, you double, triple check everything. You can use empty magazines or not. You can use snap caps or not. I've got 2 videos on snap caps up. You guys should really check those out, just simply for the information value of it. On my Mac Daddy 1911A1 channel. But practicing that sight alignment. All right, getting the front sight on your target, and then focus sharply focus on that front sight as you break the shot, and learning where the trigger breaks. If you practice that enough, I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous, I know, but it's not that bad. If you only practice 5 minutes a day for 5 weeks, I mean, it's not going to be long before you have this. I mean, it'll be instinct. You'll know exactly how much pressure to apply to your trigger to fire your handgun. Practice exclusively with the gun that you intend to carry, okay, until it is second freaking nature when you pick it up. After that, then you can cross-train with his gun or other folks' guns, but believe me, you want to focus on the primary firearm that you will be carrying. Another thing you want to do when you're dry firing is not just simply align the sights, but get your stance correct. Do it very slowly until it is second nature, and you can do it every single time. I prefer the Weaver. Other folks prefer the isosceles. I can shoot both of them, but I'm a whole lot better with the Weaver. I'm not quite as fast on the return of the second shot, but the first shot's what counts. Precision, precision, precision. Why? You missed the guy in a public place, in a mall, whatever. Wherever that damn round lands, you are legally and morally responsible for that. So if you miss, you're probably going to wind up in jail. Cops, I mean, you hear about all these different shootings. They shoot 70, 80, 100 freaking rounds, hit the guy 3 times. You cannot afford that. You do not have the legal protection of the city or county or the U.S. government to protect you. All right? You are screwed. You must make that first shot count. You must make every single shot count. Think of the old William Tell story where he placed the apple on his son's head, and he took that shot and blew that apple off his head without hitting his son. The mental way to think about this is this. This is the only shot that ever counted in all of history. This is the William Tell shot, the apple on your son's head. You cannot miss. If you miss, you are legally liable and morally liable for where that round ends up at. So you really got to do this If you don't take the time to practice, that's all on you. That is all on you, whoever you are, whoever it is that's watching this video. If you don't practice, you don't really learn the fundamentals of marksmanship, correct stance, all these different things, and learning not only to shoot from a standing stance, but from kneeling, laying down on the ground, sitting on your butt, laying on your back, all these different positions. You're going to be that much worse off in a gunfight if it comes down to it, and we all hope it doesn't. At least I do. I don't want to have to hurt any other person on this planet, and I know you probably don't either. But if it comes down to it, it's you and versus them, or you, your children versus this person's life, screw them. Hey, they made the decision to attack you. Remember that. Remember that. But anywho, I think I'll end this part and I'll start another one.